It is the last episode of Queer Eye, and we are sad about it, but we are happy to review it. We've got hot firemen. We've got an amazing kitchen makeover. And did I mention hot firemen? Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Call me the fireman. That's my name.
I grew up with this song.
How do you know?
That's not surprising to
now
me.
old flames. Oh yeah, I love George Strait. Oh yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. Lian is very confused about the choice of music today.
I'm telling you, first it was elevator music, and now it's...
Charles isn't here. It's not like Club Twink music, you know, where it's like...
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. We're reviewing the last episode of Queer Eye. I want to say for the straight guy, but it's not. It's Queer Eye for everybody. Season 1, episode Hose Before Bros. Hose, as in water hose. I'm Matt Marr. I'm super excited to be on the panel today. I have Charles Connolly is in Paris, France, so whatever, Charles. But Jimbo and Lian are with me today. Hey, guys.
Hi, I'm Jimbo.
Hi guys, I'm Lian.
I guess I always call you James, but your
That's
email
fine.
says Jimbo.
It's
So
fine.
people,
You
okay.
can call me whatever you want.
I don't know your life, sugar. I don't want to offend you.
I like it when you call me sugar. That's
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh.
You're welcome. Oh, in the booth, they like Steven in the booth likes this song.
The Breakdown.
This is George Strait, the fireman George Strait. Just a little Oklahoma love for y'all, although he's from Texas.
I'm gonna catch me a cowboy tonight, guys. It's Sunday night.
You know, I do love a cowboy bar.
Sunday fun day.
I know.
Ooh, I
Oil
love
can.
cowboy
There's a
bars.
place in Dallas called the Roundup. I will take you.
Let's
All
go
right,
after
that's a
this.
whole episode. Let's go now, everybody. Thank you for joining us on your Memorial Day weekend. I'm not gonna lie, I got drunk at brunch and took a nap, and I was late getting here because that's been my day. So I hope you've had a good day too.
You look amazing.
Thank you. It happens when I have a mimosa. Have y'all had a good Sunday?
So far, so good.
All right. Well, let's
Fantastic.
Let's jump into this episode. Last one, we know that season 2 is coming up. We're going to have some news coming up about that. A little teaser of people that are going to be on season 2. The guys have been traveling in London. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. So our subject for this week is Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Jer Bear. I love that Jer Bear. He's a fireman. And this is a little bit different of a makeover that the guys normally are tasked with a mission, you know, to make over somebody's life. But with him, it's about he really wants them to create this space for their firehouse in Georgia and raise $3,000 for an event that they're having, which trains firefighters how to be firefighters.
In rural areas.
And yes. Well, and I don't think a lot of people know that are from the city because when I mentioned, because my brother's a volunteer sheriff. So a lot of people that were like, no one is paid in my hometown to be a firefighter or a policeman. They're all,
really?
No, the cities can't afford it. It's small towns. So they maybe will have one, but they're entirely volunteer. And like,
Really?
yes, like our fire department back home.
That's a little
they're
scary.
I was thinking that makes
But
me
they're
worried
incredible.
about
They've
what
like won
kinda-
awards. They're like one of the best fire department, but it's literally
things
all
going on in these
volunteer.
towns.
So what if you just don't get along with Billy Bob down the street?
Yeah.
Well, it's like Jeremy talks about in this episode. When he gets deep, we're gonna get to that later, and it made me cry. But so yeah,
Oh, it's so deep.
it's so deep. So as Charles says, balls deep, and so they that's the big deal with them raising this $3,000 is that so a lot of people don't think they don't make their budget, the city funds them. No, they need this money. So what did you think about? I mean, already as soon as the guys heard it was a firehouse, it was like.
They were so excited.
The sirens went off and things got hot.
Yeah, I mean, yes, pretty much. It was
My
like,
siren went off.
I mean, their butts were giggling, literally, just like.
That's the mating call.
I mean, it's pretty. I mean, who? What? So I want to get a
JVMs.
straight token. I want you to speak for all straight people,
Oh,
Jimbo.
wow, okay.
Because that's fair.
I love straight people.
It's true. We do, as Jonathan says in this episode. I'm
just kidding.
Good callback. What do you think? Okay, let's play a game, Lian. When you hear the word fireman, what's the first thing you think of?
Hose.
When I think of firemen, the first thing I hear is like something about getting me wet, like physically, whatever. What's your first word when you hear fireman?
I think of that song, Fire. Huh. That they use in Hell's Kitchen.
See, that's
Hell's
the
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference, everybody, between
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
See, that's what we should have played. Sorry.
Is it
But
weird
when I
that-
picture a fireman
That's
in my
what we
head,
should've
I see the
played.
guy that Karamo kept calling Superman.
Oh,
that's
that's the guy you think
that's
of?
the
That's
envision
a
I have.
homoerotic thought.
What about you, Steven, in the booth? You're a straight man. When you hear the word fireman, what do you think of?
I think of the movie Frequency, and I also think of 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hard left.
Well, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
thinking of
track.
so
section.
different than you
Steven.
guys.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, now
I'm
that
thinking
we're
of like a
depressed.
fireman training where there's like 8 of us and they're like, I can't find the hose. And one guy's like, I have it. But it's his, you know,
Oh, okay.
that's what I think of.
That's a different video.
Yeah.
That's a different video, everybody. So anyway, so the guys, but they were definitely on that track. Freaking out. Karamo was already all of Twitter. So they show up to the firehouse. I mean, also to the editing, they were showing them like lifting weights and everything. But they show up to the firehouse
While they're working out. I'm
while
like,
they're working
really?
out. And immediately they find Superman, who's the really hot blonde guy.
Mika.
Is that his real name? Mika? And
exotic.
I mean, he was a good looking guy.
He was exotic looking too. Like he was just
Norwegian.
yeah. He
was
looked
something.
He looked different.
He was, yeah.
He looked foreign.
Well,
He looked strong.
okay. Wow, we're yeah. Are you gonna need a cigarette for this episode, Lynn? So they go to the firehouse. They see that they finally meet Jeremy. They find out Jeremy has a wife, beautiful wife, who we meet later, and they've adopted something
Five
like
kids
a busload
from
of
all
kids
the
from
same
all-
family.
Yeah, these,
How sweet is that?
That's
these
awesome.
are better people than me.
Yeah, no, he's a really good guy. I feel like out of everybody, he is like the best person.
Well, he didn't want to take this all for himself. He wanted
Yeah.
to share it with the whole fire troop and have them remake that house instead of his house.
Yeah,
Exactly. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and he he even deflected in the episode. He would deflect any type of hero talk or thank you for what you do. He was always kind of like, no. He was very
So
just-
humble.
Yeah, he was very, very, very humble.
I think
And it was cute.
I think Jonathan was having just as much fun there as Karamo. Like, oh, can I touch your hair? And messing with
Yeah,
their
they came in
hair. And
hot.
like, oh, why are
came in
your
real
sideburns uneven? And the guy's like, well, one ear is longer than the other. He's like, oh, that doesn't matter. Just make this like your sideburn
Exactly.
line.
Which I could do. I would
So
do something.
weird.
And
He
I
came in
also
raw.
feel like this was a different crowd. Like it's all been people from the South, but this time it was Covington, Kentucky. It wasn't Georgia.
Oh, I just assumed it was Covington, Georgia. No, it's Kentucky.
It's Georgia. I looked it up on the internet, and I feel like that's why everyone was even like towards the end of the episode. We'll talk about it, but he was just really. I feel like they were all a little bit freaking out, especially when they came in hot, started touching, and
You mean like uncomfortable freaking out?
yeah. I mean, Tant came in showing his boobs.
Oh,
He
and
did
even the
come in showing his
firehouse,
boobs.
the firehouse chief was like, "Hey man, can you button up your shirt just a little bit?"
He's
You're
like,
showing
"I'm
a little
looking at
too
your man
much."
boobs.
Yeah,
He really was. I mean, but Tant's got a nice chest. Good for him.
He does have a nice chest.
He does
thought
have a
that was funny.
He's a handsome guy. But yeah, it was. And then but then they also did a lot of like kidding around a little bit. We
yeah.
talked-
Going in the kitchen or the locker room and like, has there ever been a Brokeback Mountain love story that happened
they
here?
were
And all their faces are like, and one guy was legit thinking like, no, I don't think that's ever happened here.
They were good sports.
They were good sports.
They took it on the chin.
They did have. I can't follow up with that, Jimbo. Their kitchen was atrocious. Their kitchen was horrible.
Oh my god, yeah.
It was like they had 2 refrigerators. It wasn't. It
Nothing
Stove
worked.
that didn't work.
yeah.
Nothing worked.
Yeah, it was. It looked like, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of like, I used to go to like I didn't grow up Baptist. I grew up Catholic, but I'd go to I'd visit people's churches, and it'd be like a small kind of poor like Baptist church, just a little church, and you go in their fellowship hall, and I would be like. Because ours was nice, because we were Catholic, so like we had money from the Catholic church, so we're like little Baptist.
They were
church.
like a volunteer
It was-
church.
Yeah, it was like a volunteer church basically. And you walk in there, and I remember being judgmental. I was a terrible little bitchy queen. I was like,
Still are,
"This is a
honey.
fellowship center. It's not cute. Jesus wouldn't like this." That's kind of how I was. Because I was judgy like that. I'm not anymore. But it reminded me of that like old, felt like the doors off hinge. I don't know. I just thought it was in desperate need.
Oh,
of a
you're
makeover.
terrible, honey. You're
I'm a terrible.
As terrible as those Crocs that he had in his.
Oh, my
Oh
God,
man,
yeah.
I thought we were done with those.
Those things
Do
were
people
so
still wear
bad.
Crocs?
I don't know.
Apparently, he was like a real advocate for them too.
Have y'all ever worn them? I never have.
Okay, I have a pair, but they're not like that. They're like normal shoes. They just have Croc soles. They like you wouldn't know that they're Crocs unless I'm like, no, they're Crocs. Look, see, it has the tag.
Are they like boaty though? And
No, they're like house shoes that you just wear around.
See, I feel like
Gangster slippers. You know, like the gangster slippers you get at Payless?
No,
like
it's not going to help.
yeah,
Like the
I
guys
feel
wearing
like
the
when we
prison
come do the
yards.
makeover at your house, which by the way, everybody, we said we were going to do that this season. Things
Season 2.
happened. I got drunk at brunches, but we're already geared up for season 2, and we are going to be doing a makeover with James. And I feel like you better hide those Crocs if you want to keep them, sugar.
Okay.
makeover, and then drag.
I'm
We'll
up
just
for everything.
transition.
I would do a drag.
Drag's
episode.
hard. It's a lot of shaving. I don't
I've
enjoy
never
it.
We
even
need to
done drag
get
before.
Lorraine Love in here.
Who's Lorraine Love?
She's a host.
For a drag race?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Well, you know who also is a host here at AfterBuzz TV?
Who?
Our wonderful Maria Menounos, everybody.
Yes, I have Sirius XM, so if you want to listen to a good podcast.
Oh, I didn't know what
on
you
there.
said. I thought you said, I don't know. I thought that sounded dirty. See, I'm thinking of firemen.
Wait,
and
what?
I didn't know what he was going to say.
I said I have Sirius XM.
Oh. Okay. All right. So anyway, just want to let y'all know, for those of you who don't know, there's a podcast, Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition, and it's hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder, Maria Menounos. It drops every Friday on iTunes, and it's free. She's interviewing celebrity influencers, and she has some secrets and tips on just how to be better in your life, be a better person, whether it's health, wellness, career, relationships, whatever you want to talk about. You can just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos. It is free. Be sure to rate or comment if you listen to iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and give her 5 stars and let her know that, hey, you found her from the Queer Eye crew here at AfterBuzz TV. That's Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition. Check it out.
And download us while you're doing it.
You better download us. and
Download us
subscribe
on
that
iTunes
button.
as well.
Yes, subscribe that little button. Okay, so let's talk about what everybody has to do. Let's separate. We'll do part 1. Let's do the firehouse first, because really all they need to do is just make over the kitchen and then the living room area, right? There was a lot of recliners.
Yeah.
Everyone had their own.
Everyone
recliner.
had their own recliner.
I love that.
Is that your role?
Yeah.
I do love a recliner, but they
mean-
look so bad.
Yeah, it looked awful.
Men like recliners.
Oh, I love them.
Exactly.
Oh, just playing PlayStation with a beer and a recliner it's one of my favorite things to do.
That's my husband.
You're married? I didn't know that. Oh, that's so sweet. I love it. Do you love a recliner or no?
Not.
Oh.
Don't need it.
Oh, look. Metrosexual right here in our midst, everybody. So that's what needed to happen at the firehouse. And so let's talk a little bit about Jeremy. I mean, can we talk about his fashion, y'all?
So the cargo shorts, I'm not going to hate on them too much because I'm wearing some right now. You just can't see them.
Oh, he totes his. The totes. But they're like a pretty navy.
Yeah, they're different. They're not like total dadish. you
Are they
know?
long cargo shorts?
No, they're not that long either. And they're not total like straight man
Okay.
cargo shorts.
I won't make you stand up and show us.
No, I'm definitely not saying that. But yeah. The thing about it is that he's a cute guy. Like once they
He's
started
handsome.
stripping everything away and they put the pomade in and they like kind of spiked his hair up and stuff, JVN, he was looking pretty cute. He has a nice smile. So it wasn't a total
Jonathan
unfortunate
loved his
situation.
smile.
Yeah.
said that's your money maker.
the only thing with the makeover that I didn't really like is that Tan made him look like a deacon.
You know what?
He looked like
Yes.
a politician.
He did
No,
look like
he looked like a Bible salesman.
he looked like a politician, Bible salesman. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
In the
Like
South
a Bible
especially.
salesman that was like, I'm gonna run.
I don't think he looked hip at all.
He didn't.
No.
Like they made him look nice,
They-
but
they went-
I wanted him to look like a DILF.
They went full for the you need to be the face of this company and you're gonna
Totally.
run this
And they
you're
took
gonna
him to a
raise
Banana
this money.
Republic, but
so,
no.
So yeah, they're like everything you need is in this one
It's like
store.
a boring
Just find the
great
section.
blue suit.
And he's not gonna wear that every single day, so I don't think it was totally practical. They should have given him some casual looks to wear, like out with the kids, something practical to wear to the park and stuff. You know what I mean? But look cool.
I mean, they
Put
gave
some
him
white
better
shoes in there,
pants.
Tan. I know you love the white shoes.
Yeah. They gave it with the wingtips. I agree. I thought it was just it was like
He looked very, very congressman
should be
Bible salesman.
knocking on your door. Can I speak to you about the Lord
Yeah.
Jesus Christ? That's definitely
And
what it was.
Karamo, love him. Totally cute. I love the blue bomber jacket. I need it. Not sure what the job of Karamo was this episode, but they took him to the dancing.
It wasn't. Karamo's job was to get him to dance.
Yeah.
I mean, he's culture.
Karamo's job was getting to enjoy himself. and hang out with
Karamo's
the
job
Superman
was
and
to
the
show off the
fireman
magic
and-
mic move that he did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to basically
that scene.
yeah.
Let's talk about
Let's
that.
talk about the ballroom dancing scene.
Okay.
So if you didn't, I talk to people like they haven't watched the show. If you haven't watched the show, you're silly because you should. Because
They've
we're
seen
talking
it.
about it. But so they're ballroom dancing, and it was. I guess they wanted them to dance right for the thing.
I thought they were gonna auction off a dance.
That's what I thought they should have done too.
Or
did.
because they're all firemen, do like a strip thing.
No,
especially
they-
when
they
Karamo
were
was like, I'm gonna
charging.
show you these 4 moves.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they're gonna do a magic mic thing.
I wanted cell block
to raise some
tango
money.
tango realness.
Wow, that
he
would've
had
been
it
great.
coming. I wanted choreography. I wanted like maybe
Flash dance,
Yes,
pull the
you have
water.
water hoses. Throw the water on them. They're flipping
Wet
their hair
t-shirt
back.
contest.
Superman is there. This is what should have happened.
Well,
They would have raised easy over $3,000.
Easy.
I totally agree. They had the wet t-shirt contest
it
in the
rain.
episode. They just had it at the wrong part of the
Yeah.
episode.
And they had,
They
it
had
with
it for
blue
the enjoyment
shirts,
of the
which makes
boys.
no
That's the
sense.
beginning. And Superman didn't take his shirt off then.
I know. I didn't get
he
it.
might have. They might
He
have
took it
cut
off in the
though.
ballroom dancing scene, though.
He kind of did. Yeah,
He put it
did.
up over his shoulder.
So they do the ballroom scene, and then Karamo's like, let me show you these 4 moves. One of them is the knee power slide, and you rip your shirt open. 3 of the guys do it, and then Jeremy goes to do it, and they're like, stop, you have on shorts. And it literally like record skip, like,
It hurt so bad.
it looked
Jonathan's commentary was
vicious.
pretty funny. Yeah.
His
It looked
knees
like it
weren't
hurt.
just
But he
bleeding.
recovered. He fell and then popped up and
Yeah,
did like
he
a little
sold it like a champ.
wink
My favorite was
side.
the crawls. They all did like a sexy crawl.
The
It was-
panther crawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I mean, if you're a fireman, I feel like I went out with a group of friends a couple weeks ago, and one of the guys was British, and I'm like, "How much do you milk that here?" And he was like, he tried to say no, and I was like, "Come on, you're British, and people think it's hot here. How much do you milk?" He's like, "Honestly, quite a bit," or however he said. And it's the same thing. Like he admitted to me, and I appreciated that firemen were like, "We get it. We're firemen. People think it's hot, so
Yeah.
let's like." Instead of being like, no, we don't do that. They're
And
like,
only
let's
one of
do
them
this.
was hot.
Yeah,
It's
only
true.
Superman was the only one that
That's
was
true.
like, okay, you could be in a calendar. Because
That's
they even
true.
brought that up.
The little short one in the kitchen that was like everything's broken. I thought he was cute, but then he didn't come out for the wet t-shirt
No,
contest.
He did
part.
not.
He was scared.
They didn't have a release for him. Maybe it wasn't signed.
And
I don't know.
the thing about they should have like planned to do more activities to raise money, not just the hot dogs
He
that
was-
Antoni made.
Okay. Antoni. I'm glad Charles isn't here because Antoni is very pretty.
God, he was so good to look at this episode,
He was
wasn't he?
really hot this episode.
He just
had
looked
his hair
so
down.
good. Ugh.
I bet
Grilling those hot dogs.
he's one of those people, like if I licked him, I bet he tastes like marshmallows. Right?
Probably.
Probably. But he made hot dogs. And he was like, and we're going to make really fancy condiments. This one is you get some mustard. It's going to have a kick. And then we're going to put some honey in it,
So honey mustard.
which is actually the best way to make honey mustard, just those 2 things.
Yeah.
But that was it. And then the second one was like
Well, it's
mayo.
honey mustard and chips. Honey mustard
And
with
then
chips
he
on top.
Crushed up. Yeah,
It's like-
Chipotle mayo
and I like how
crushed up ruffles.
yes, he put them in a bowl and put a paper towel on top of them like
To
he was,
crush
he was
them.
like he was massaging lettuce, but it was freaking potato chips.
I enjoyed Antoni this episode. It
I
wasn't
mean,
that big of a deal.
Did y'all think it was appropriate food?
So I didn't
It's a
realize
fundraiser.
it was for the fundraiser. I thought this was like his segment to teach him how to cook for the guys.
no.
Like, oh yeah, you guys are busy. You never know when you're gonna get a call for a fire. We're gonna make you hot dogs. And I'm like, yeah, because all firemen just want to throw back a bunch of hot dogs in the firehouse. And then I realized they were making them for the fundraiser. So it's like, it's okay. They're cheap. They could sell them, make some money. But
Yeah.
that wouldn't have been my pick.
I think he just wanted to. Antoni just wanted to see firefighters.
And did you
just
see all the
eating
plates
weenies.
of food when they're like, we have food for sale? None of it was hot dogs.
None of it was hot dogs. No, they could have done like sloppy joes.
that
I watched.
fundraiser was boring?
It was boring. I watched a Barefoot Contessa last week where Ina Garten helps a firehouse, and she made wonderful sloppy joes and a nice like kale slaw and some brownies for dessert.
It's
That's
a
what
firehouse.
you do.
You need to have like a fire pit going if you're going to sell hot dogs and
Yeah.
have people
Yeah.
making their own hot dogs.
Well, they made their goal. That's the bad. That's the good thing is they made their goal. But I do feel like it could have been more exciting. They could have done a little bit more, and they should have done it while the boys were there. Hello, we have the 5. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe that's not good.
Yeah.
They don't want to be like, we have 5 queers here.
Well, they get to
come
that later
down.
on in
I
the
think that-
episode.
What's that?
What?
They mentioned something like that later on in the episode when
Yeah.
Jeremy does his one-on-one. He says, I wrote it a week ago. I wouldn't have called 5 gay guys a blessing.
He says
Yeah.
that.
Which
He
was
got like
deep.
almost like religious about it.
Yeah, it was deep.
Because probably they adopted like 5 children, and where I'm from, they're probably like people that like go on missions or something like
Yeah.
that, and they just did, which is wonderful. It's beautiful. But the fact that they opened up to the guys this way, he got really, he like said, and I love them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He's like, and I don't say that often.
he really opened up. Yeah,
That's the part that made me cry. Do you cry, James?
I did not cry this
I didn't
episode.
cry either.
You're dead inside.
No, I'm not.
You-
because
you
I
haven't
cried
cried-
episode 4.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I
Okay.
cried when the gay black man came out.
That was beautiful. I saw. James, have you cried on any of these?
I've cried almost in every episode.
And I cried
Oh,
episode
James, I want
1.
you to hold me.
Me and
You're too
James
far
talked about
away.
how we cried episode 1. Remember?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, it's a good episode.
I'm not dead inside. I'm just half rotted. Thank you very much.
Did you
I'm damaged
notice?
goods.
Did you notice that Karamo shaved his beard halfway through the episode?
So did,
I did
Jonathan.
Yeah,
Jonathan
and
did too.
I-
In the confessionals, he had no beard.
Yeah, but in the confessionals, he had no beard. In the legit taping of the episode, Karamo's doing ballroom dancing. He has a beard, and then they show up at the firehouse again, and his beard is gone.
I guess they had hiccups.
When they show up at the firehouse and they're having that conversation, that one-on-one talk, and they're doing that close-up, he had a lot of makeup on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was a lot. He needed a lot.
interesting.
If I would be full face if I was on that show.
They all are full face, honey.
That's true.
Full
What'd you think of-
face, stylist.
That's
What did you
true.
think of the mini day spa that Jonathan did for them at the firehouse?
Let's talk about that, because that could have
Uh-oh.
been a little bit improved, Jonathan.
I liked it.
I did like it, but I feel like he could have upped the ante just a tiny little bit
Like what? By doing what?
by adding just a couple other little things to the spa. I feel like they
Like-
just put their foot in a bucket of water.
Like a massage.
Yeah, like y'all could have
would've
gone
given
to
them a
CVS
massage.
and gotten those little $20 foot massages instead.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in a
You know what I'm
dirty
talking about?
massage.
Those,
yeah.
the ones with the bubbles.
Oh yeah.
They just put their feet in like
This
a
was
bucket of
season
water.
1. They did not have much of a budget.
Okay, I
They
did
spent it all in that
appreciate the-
kitchen.
I did appreciate the tea
Yeah,
tree
they
oil, but how about like a little bubbles, like some bubbles? Not like
It's
bubbles
true.
from a spa. I'm talking about bath bubbles.
I kind of wanted to see like Jonathan like picking up their feet and like just going
Thank you. I
a little
thought
bit like
foot
rubbing it and then
massage.
like shading
would've been
some of
too
them
much,
because you know
though.
some of them would have gross feet.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they're like, you got hobbit feet.
Yeah, and I just wanted Jonathan to be like, ew, oh my god, look at your toe.
maybe some cucumber slices on the eyes. I feel like
Yeah.
they just could have visually made it look better for the camera as well. You know what I mean? The mask was only 2 ingredients, egg whites and peaches, so it looked a little light. I feel like they could have added something like a little brown sugar or something so you could physically see that they had masks on as opposed to just like little pieces of peach everywhere.
What do y'all think of
and-
organic masks, by the way? I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan
Never
either. Like
used
they,
them.
they don't cost that much. They're only $2.
Yeah, I don't want to do it.
In one of the post-credit things, he showed you how to make a lip scrub.
Oh, I love lip scrubs.
And that
I do
has
love
the
lip
look visually that you're talking about. Like, oh, I could see and how
Lip
it would
scrubs are
work.
actually really good. But make those because those are way cheaper.
Yeah,
They
it's
could
just
have
sugar
easily
and
done
like
that
whatever flavor
Yeah.
you want.
for this as well. Just like one more thing.
Yeah.
To add to it. Like, oh, here's lip scrub. Here's this.
Scrub actually you can make at home because my favorite is fresh, but it's really expensive. You can
Yeah.
just make it brown sugar.
I feel like the boys each have an episode where they highlight themselves and they really showcase themselves. And during that time, some of the other boys are a little bit in the shadows, and the other ones really excel. So I feel like they do like a rotating Lazy Susan when it comes to that sort of thing.
So who do you think was showcased this week?
I feel like maybe just Bobby.
I was
like,
going to say Bobby
I think
for
Bobby
sure.
because
Bobby,
I watched
you
this
know,
that
episode and I
entire
was
kitchen.
like, I love Bobby.
it was all about him. Yeah, I saw it. And when remember when he poked his head through the curtain, he was like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be in here."
Oh yeah,
So
he
great.
he
Love
put on the
Bobby.
fire suit correctly at the beginning challenge. That was
Yeah.
really cute.
Tan's
Yeah.
like, I did it the fastest,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'd be dead.
MVP to Bobby this episode, I think.
This episode made me want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'd have to watch it again. I think he's fun.
I like Bobby. I just am like weird about him because he looks exactly like my ex-boyfriend. There's nothing.
God.
Oh
See,
my gosh.
Freudian slip. He almost dropped his one.
What if you were dating him? What if it was Bob and he wasn't?
I'd be like, Bobby, can we get back together?
Could you do the interview on AfterBuzz?
Can I be on Queer Give me the sex cast number.
So
It's a love story.
it's a love story. So we mentioned this earlier too. People, you guys, you ladies, you just wonderful humans. If you're listening to the show on the podcast, whether it's Google Play, Stitcher, however you listen to podcasts on Apple, go leave us a review, 5 stars, and just say whatever y'all want to say. Don't say anything bad, but put 5 stars and just say, hey, love you guys. And actually really write something, because if you write something that bumps us up more, validate me, please. Just validate me on iTunes or Stitcher. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button, because we'll be taking we're not ending yet, don't worry. But we'll be taking a break after this episode, but we'll be anxiously awaiting season 2. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks. You can wait 2 weeks, you're fine. We're going to have there might be some Queer Eye members that we've reached out to that have said they would do some interviews with us. I'm not telling you who. You have to wait and come back. Be thirsty.
There's only 5 to choose from.
So it's not that hard.
We're going to have all 5.
We're going to have all that. That would be cray-cray. What if we had
going
all
to.
5
The Fab Five.
at the same time? I would die.
To come do AfterBuzz?
And without Charles. So, no, I'm
man.
kidding. I love Charles. He would be dead. So, so the guys, they have this beautiful moment. They redo the kitchen reveal. It's great. They've got 3 refrigerators. Like, one thing that was impressive about Bobby, and then we'll move on about the reaction, but he not only made that look beautiful, but he made that very functional for like what they need. And I thought that was a good, especially women, for anyway, bless you, but for men anyway, they just want to go and do their thing and kind of get out. And so I appreciated that. And Jeremy, he was, he wore a suit. It really is amazing with guys how much better they look if you just shorten the sides of their hair and that's it. Right? Didn't you look
Totally. I thought you looked very, very handsome.
You did look handsome.
And just to play off what you said about Bobby, I thought it was great. The functionality of the kitchen. 2 dishwashers, 4 trash cans, 3 fridges, 2 microwaves. There's a lot of mans in there you got to feed.
Double stove. Everything.
Double wide.
Yeah.
I love
Double sink.
And it all worked.
I love it.
A deep sink.
My
favorite part of the
I
episode.
love a double.
My favorite part of the
Double
episode was when Jonathan squealed, "It's so deep!"
He
and
did.
they all laughed.
They all laughed.
They all laughed.
Oh, they all laughed.
Because normally they would probably have been
Are
like,
you just not getting that, James?
No, but I was just going to say, I might not
got
have
it.
cried, but what got me choked up was when Karamo talks about dancing with Superman during the waltz practice.
yeah.
And he's
that was
like,
cute.
That was my 17-year-old.
Yeah, 17-year-old me
Yeah.
who really wanted to dance with a man at my prom. Got to
That made
waltz
me-
with. Yeah,
that
that,
made me-
was the
that made me
closest.
teary.
Like, choke
Karama,
up
we'll
moment.
dance, but when you come down,
We will. That did make
Slow
me teary.
dance.
Because we all, like, there's, that's why I was bummed I couldn't go to the AfterBuzz prom. I was like, dang it.
Oh,
I
was
know
really
I couldn't
fun.
go
Go with my
either.
boyfriend.
I was at Taylor
They
Swift,
had an AfterBuzz prom, y'all, and they tore it up.
and they changed the date because the original
Yeah.
I was supposed to go.
Apparently, there's a lot of gossip about Steven in the booth. There wasn't a lot of clothes. There was some drag.
What?
I'm teasing. I wasn't here. I don't know. It's all
Last
a
time I was
secret.
here, I left my name tag on the mirror.
Yeah, there you go. So the guys go back to the house in Atlanta. They watch everything, and come to find out, they raised $3,000. I don't know. They tried to build it up like really big. I was like, come on, they're gonna raise $3,000.
It was such a boring fundraiser.
It
I'm
was
like,
the
just
most
get to
boring
the
fundraiser.
point.
Yeah, I was like,
The thing
just say
that
it.
bummed me out about the fundraisers, you could tell they were all their families. So it's just like you're giving your own money
Yeah.
back to your
there
own
was
company.
no one there except for those 10
Yeah.
ladies.
Like,
Yeah.
The camera
Like, okay,
angles
so
were
that's
just
your wife,
tight.
and those are all your kids, and that's his wife and all his kids. So, like,
Yeah.
where are these funds coming from?
And did you notice when someone was like, "Oh, we're gonna auction off this gentleman"? Someone raised like $20, and then he danced with his wife.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Wait a second, what's going
going
on?
on?
It was weird.
What's going on?
It was
I'm paying
weird.
$20. You're dancing with me."
I think we saw Superman holding a child, which was kind of cute. Made my ovaries drop a little bit. I was like, oh, babies, hot man,
I love
daddy.
when they're all watching it back. Anthony's like, I want a hat. Where were those fireman hats when I were there? And he was legit talking about the little toy plastic kids hats. And one of them turned and they're like, "You seriously wanted a hat?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." I could totally relate to that.
And he gets
I would
one
have been
at
that
the
guy.
end.
I remember that. I remember having that fireman hat. That was a big deal.
He gets a pink one at the end.
Do y'all still remember your house? I do. 657-4444. I had to
What are you
memorize
talking
it.
about?
Mine's 107 where I live.
We didn't have 911 where I was from because it was so
'Cause
country.
it
A lot
cost
in the
money, and
yeah,
those people weren't willing to volunteer.
Wait, what?
like you do, like in the country a lot. Sometimes you don't even have
Just ring the-
911. It's
you
like
ring
an
the dinner bell?
infrastructure. So if you're, they have to rename streets. It's a whole thing. And
I can't.
but yeah, 4444. That's what we had to dial.
Shut up.
Ding, 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 ding.
So
ding,
if I
ding,
call
ding.
4444, is it going to
I
call
think they
your...
might have 911 now. I'll ask.
No, but if I
I
call
have
444, is it going to call your friend?
No, you have to
I
dial
have a
657.
super crazy 911 story. I'll tell you later about that.
So the guy saw the reveal. He doesn't have to like get ready. He doesn't have to like. It was a different episode.
It was a total different... It was about the fireman and the fundraiser, which I feel like...
I felt like they really came in. Let's just talk. Let's have a couple of minutes because we're ending season 1. And we still have some news coming. We're going to do your predictions, but I'll give a comment on overall impression of season 1 and like what do you think? Where do you think they? Maybe that's a prediction. That's a prediction, isn't it?
Let's do let's do predictions. Can we do predictions?
But let's do predictions now, and then we'll do news. Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Thank you for keeping me straight. Thank you.
There's
I'm not.
nothing.
I didn't mean that in a bad way.
There is
Not that straight is
nothing.
negative. Straight is positive. Okay. I'm just. Thank you for
Keeping
just
you on
answer.
track.
Okay, so let's talk about our predictions for season 2, and also let's talk in that like what was just your overall kind of impression of season 1?
I thought season 1 was really good for testing the waters to see old fans that used to watch Queer Eye for the Straight Guy and new fans that might not have watched it at all or kind of heard about it but just have Netflix and are like, oh, what's this? Let me check it out. They'll come back for season 2. A bigger budget definitely for season 2.
A lot bigger
I see.
budget.
My takeaways from season 1, I really enjoyed in the Dig and Don't episode with the cop and Karamo, like the relationship made from that, and in the episode where the guy comes out to his mom. Those are like the two big.
Those were the big episodes.
Those were the two big ones.
It's
for
like
me
when
in this
Karamo
season.
doesn't have a lot to do, like in this episode, he doesn't have a lot to do. But then the episodes where he has a lot to do, it's like he has the hardest job.
Yeah,
I
they
feel
all
like.
they're all highlighted throughout
Yeah.
the season.
What about you?
I feel like this season was amazing. I feel like it was groundbreaking. I feel like they took a gamble. And I feel like if it was going to go good, it was going to go really good. But if it was going to go bad, it was just going to go... So I'm really glad that it took off. And I feel like the audience is super broad. I know a lot of people that watch it.
A lot of people watch it.
A lot of different kind of people, too. Opposite kind of people. So I really, really am enjoying that aspect of it. For predictions for season 2, I predict that there's going to be all sorts of different kinds of people. I feel like they're not just going to do the typical heterosexual man. I feel like they're going to evolve and do other stuff and throw some twists and crannies in there. So I'm excited about that.
Well, I hope they do some women. You know, there's a show that it never took off, but I loved it. Was RuPaul's Drag You. Did you ever watch that show?
I mean, obviously I knew about it because I'm a huge RuPaul fan, but I just did not get into it.
I loved it. It was kind of like RuPaul's Drag Race meets
Yeah, totally.
Queer Eye. It was about like dressing women in drag and like being yourself and like, you know,
Confidence
being a warrior
booster.
and confidence. And again, that show made me cry. I loved it, loved it, loved it. So sad that it didn't take off. So I hope that there's so much safety, I feel like, with especially heterosexual women with gay men and that they just feel safer, you know? And so, not safe, I don't like to use that word, but there's just not the attraction thing. So I hope that they have, you know, some women that they're helping. I think that would be something that would be helpful. My prediction, and I love this season as well. I think the last 2 episodes were a little slower. I feel like they obviously really started strong.
Yeah.
My prediction is I don't know if it'll happen, but I kind of want it to happen. I would love if we had cameos from the old Queer Eye.
Oh, that would be great.
I think that would be really cool.
They're going to.
Or what if even like one of them is still like
Carson's going to come back.
Jay Rodriguez. Well, you know, I saw him working at like LASC as a manager 5 years ago. They should make over him.
They're like,
I was just gonna say
Let's
that
give 'em a little
they
bit.
should make over one of them.
They should make over one of them.
well, if you miss Jay, you can go see him Monday nights at Revolver.
Oh, well, he's still doing it.
Karaoke Monday nights.
You know,
Revolver,
I can't
we have-
shade. You know, I'm going to be singing in a Burger King parking lot when I'm 70. There's some woman named Janice who pays me $1.
He's super cute and
He's
super
super
hot.
nice. He is cute. So,
Did you go see like a fortune teller or something that told you that? Like
No,
that was
I
very
just-
specific.
I see I don't know why. I'm not ready to be an old man, but I think I'm going to be, I actually feel like when I hit 60s, 70s, 80s, I'm just going to be a good queen. I feel like almost that's going to
You
be
know
my
what?
prime.
I totally am not even mad at that. I've always aspired to be the old queen at the bar.
Yes, that's what I want to be.
Come to the end of the bar. I'll buy you a drink, tell you some stories, and hopefully you'll take me home with you.
I'll see that.
Oh, snap.
So, so let's talk a little bit about, and so the new season 2 is going to come on June 15th. Let's talk about some news that kind of works in one of our predictions.
TV news.
So it's not like a huge news week, but something that I noticed. I know that y'all had some news too, but it was just that next season they are going to have the first trans person that Queer Eye is going to help make over a trans person.
Awesome.
So that'll be super cool, and I'm sure what it's cool for me about that is so many people watch this show that are not queer or in the LGBT spectrum. So it's interesting that they're going to shed light on a topic that maybe people don't know a lot about.
Totally, that's groundbreaking already, right
Yeah.
there.
What about, we had some other news, right?
Yeah, I have obviously you just saw the episode, so we thank you for watching our recap. But I noticed something in the episode that JVN, he did a selfie with one of the firemen in the episode. I found that selfie on the internet.
Oh, the one
That was so good.
Oh, the
one
one
that-
with
He told Karamo to get out of it.
Yeah, that's the selfie.
How meta is that?
That's
It's
so funny.
so cute.
Jonathan is
hilarious.
So cute.
Is that
Loves it.
is that the cute one that wasn't in the episode that much?
No.
Okay.
that's not
No.
him.
No, he
It's
was in
not
the
him.
episode.
It's not him.
Yeah. Also, too, if you're watching live this week and this Memorial Day weekend, you can run out and go get the copy of Entertainment Weekly because the Fab Five are on the cover this week.
Yes, that's the other news. The boys are on.
I got
the
mine
cover.
today. I haven't read it yet. Look at how
Open tan shirt is?
Tan shirt
Of
is, yes.
course.
I'm just saying.
Loves it. Let's go surfing.
I
Everybody.
love
now.
it. Look at Antoni's arm on that surfboard.
It's getting
I
hot.
bet
in
he's a
here.
tender lover.
Oh, Antoni
Right?
can do no wrong. He is so beautiful inside out.
He just
He
said her
is
bring you breakfast in bed.
I'm sure he would.
Oh yeah, it's
like,
gonna be avocado
default.
toast.
And when he was grilling today, like the pecs were just on point.
Oh wow! All right, someone.
What's your where do we gay from here?
Yes, thank you, thank you. I almost forgot because where do we gay from here? I feel like where do we gay from here? For me, it was about what an overall theme for the episode is just. You know, Harvey Milk, and if you don't know who Harvey Milk is, he was a gay rights activist that was assassinated in the 70s. Google him. Watch Milk or whatever. But he's talked about how it's so important for us to come out in our life and for other people just to know people of difference that are not like them. And I feel like this episode, for me, where do we get from here? Is just another example of this guy who met people not like him that are just trying. And I like that he kind of talked about not just gay and straight, but he was talking about political spectrum. He said if we just get to know people and actually talk to one another, we find out that we love each other a lot more than we hate each other. So that was my where do we gay from here.
That's sweet.
What about y'all?
Mine was definitely being a hero is just like being open and showing love to everyone.
Yes, I
Yes.
love it.
That was very. How can I go after that? Let's just say, I don't know. Aim higher. You're better than a grilled hot dog?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Seriously.
I'm just kidding.
James, you totally said
Inside joke last episode.
Inside
so
joke.
Hopefully
Last
you've been watching this whole time. You got it.
So, sugars, y'all, we're going to be here next Sunday, 2 weeks from now. I think June 15th is on a Friday. So, 15th, 16th, I have to think. June 17th, we probably will be here, hopefully.
Yeah.
Charles, maybe. We don't know his life. He might still be in Paris, whatever. But we will be here recapping the all-new Queer Eye. We can't wait to watch the show. We can't wait. We promise a makeover of James is coming, y'all. Get ready. The Crocs are going to go, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Follow me on Twitter at Jimbo in the Booth.
Hi, guys. All social media platforms at Hollywood Lian.
And you can find me at the Matt Marr, 2 T's, 2 R's, everybody. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Queer on. Bye.
Bye, AfterBuzz.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Aim higher.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.